terror arrests in Belgium. 5 men suspected of links to last month's bombings in Brussels are now in custody.
They include the last remaining identified fugitive in the November attacks in Paris. Police are looking into whether the suspect, Mohamed Abrini, is the so-called man in the hat who escaped the suicide bombing at the Brussels airport. Jonathan Vigliotti is in our London bureau with the latest. Jonathan, good morning.
Vanita, good morning to you. Officials say Mohamed Abrini played a logistical role in the Paris attacks. He'd been on the run for 5 months, hiding out in Brussels. Police are now investigating what role, if any, he may have played in the Brussels bombings.
Cell phone video captured the moment Belgian police moved in and took into custody a terror suspect in the Anderlecht district of Brussels. Up to 6 people were arrested in a series of raids. Among them, Mohamed Abrini, the only remaining fugitive from the Paris terror attacks. Officials believe he was hiding out with the Brussels airport attackers in this apartment.
Fingerprints and DNA of Abrini were retrieved not only in the safe houses in Rue Max Roos Schaarbeek and Rue de Ries, Forêt, but also in the vehicle Renault Clio that was used during the Paris attacks.
Abrini was last seen in November in that vehicle at a gas station 2 days before the Paris terror attacks. With him, Salah Abdeslam, the only surviving Paris attacker. The Belgian prosecutor says investigators are now trying to figure out if Abrini is also the so-called man in the hat, seen walking alongside the Brussels airport suicide bombers minutes before the attack. The raids come just 1 day after police released this surveillance video asking for the public's help. The series of clips detailed the suspect's escape route. He vanished nearly 2 hours later in the same neighborhood where the airport attackers assembled their bombs before calling a taxi to bring them to their final destination. Belgian media released this telephone recording of what they claim is one of the attackers ordering that cab. Abrini was also arrested alongside this man, identified by local media as Osama Krayem of Sweden. Police believe he may have been involved with the attack on the metro that followed the airport bombing.
Abrini was the second most wanted man in Europe behind Abdeslam and a major link to both the Paris and Brussels attackers. He could now be the key to unlocking a growing terror network and foiling any future plans to attack. Anthony.
Jonathan Vigliotti in London. Thanks, Jonathan.